of the football season if it's on us already. Tonight, the Seminoles look to get on track from Howard J. Duvall Memorial Field on the Noble County Fairgrounds. And the opponent, the Caldwell Redskins. And Dale, this is Jeff Stevens along with Dale Eddy and Joe Palmer Eddy. As the Seminoles take the field, great to hear a super applause and the turnout of enthusiasm by the fans. I know we talked last week, hoping the fans would stick with this club, and looks like they sure have.
Yeah, for sure. Comment was made before before anyone arrived, actually, that I don't know how far back you would have to go to find a Monroe Central or Woodsfield and Caldwell coming into the fourth game of the season, both with losing records. It would go a long way, and the winner of this game is not going to come out with a winning record. So, that's quite an unusual setting here for both teams.
Well, Caldwell for years and years has been the third team in a three-team race for the PVC titles. This year going through a major rebuilding campaign. 34 kids on their roster in the program, only 2 seniors, 7 juniors, so you have 25 sophomores and freshmen. So hopefully our seniors and juniors against their juniors and sophomores will pay dividends as we go along tonight. And as I mentioned to people this week, talking about what's wrong with this club. Well, there's not a darn thing wrong with this club that playing somebody that's not undefeated won't cure.
That's right. We can see in the middle of the field there the toss has occurred, and the Monroe Central Seminoles are going to be receiving, and they'll be on the right side of our screen. Well, it's a nice evening for us up here. It's been very warm today, starting to cool down now, but we're looking forward to an exciting ball game, Coach.
And our location here, we've got a very similar location to what any of you fans had as you watched the game on Friday night. And we're just a little bit to the left of the 50-yard line, on about the 45-yard line. A pretty good viewpoint, except for a couple poles here. And
yeah, it's not going to be like it was last week,
what do you want to bet that before very long we get a couple plays directly behind the pole?
Right behind. Last year we had that. If you remember, off to the left, we had a beautiful play right behind the pole, and there's nothing you can do about that. My camera lady again, my wife, Joe Palmer Eddy, she does a beautiful job, and I had to say that, or I don't get the shots, Coach.
Well, as you briefly mentioned there, not a bad place and watch the game from our standpoint, and maybe a little bit better than what we had last week.
We're just about ready to get this one underway.
Looks like number 61, Josh Schaefer, will kick.
He is a senior, 5'8", 181 pounds.
2 deep backs for the Seminoles will be number 33, Kramer, number 88, Nippert. And we're just moments away. This Caldwell team, an 0-3 record, but for all practical purposes, outplayed Shadyside in week 1. Just came up because of a bad punt and came up a little bit short in the closing moment of the game. But this way, a rebuilding season for Caldwell. Their head coach, Corey Perkins, does a great job. It's a squib kick. Be taken by one of the up backs, Jones. 35-yard line. We'll see exactly where they place him. He's going to be near the 38-yard line. So Josh Jones taking that squib kick and advancing it upfield. So pretty good field position for Monroe Central in their initial possession. Number 10, Jason Ludwig, is out just now joining the huddle. He'll be joined in the backfield as usual by number 33, Kramer, number 21, Josh Jones, and number 32, Daniel Ludwig. We see Daniel wing to the right as we have a slot formation that way, backs in the eye. 4-man front for Caldwell. Sweep, Kramer tries to get outside.
He's got a block to the outside.
50-yard line, 45, 40-yard line, still on his feet. Inside the 40 to 37-yard line. Give Eric Kramer 25 yards on the game's first play.
Knocked out of bounds there, but number 44, John Lowe, as he ran over a defensive man there on the 45 to pick up an extra 5 yards before being knocked out of bounds. First big gain of the night.
Split end is number 85, Friday. He'll be alternating with number 88, Nippert. The tight end is 44, Shoemaker. 68, Tucker Roberts. 70, Tom Jones, the tackle. Dive play, Daniel Ludwig spins away. Still on his feet.
Still on his feet. He's down to the 23-yard line, looks like.
I gave you the tackles there in Tucker Roberts and Tom Jones. Number 50, Eric Rose is the center, and the guards, number 61, Brad Demmerling, and number 77, Chris Demmerling. And anybody that sat over on the visiting stands last week probably never thought they'd see Chris back in action, a week later, because he was in a lot of pain last week, and they were really concerned. But he practiced a little bit Wednesday and yesterday, and declared himself ready to go. First downs on both the first two plays of the game. Kramer on a low counter, and then big running room inside the 15-yard line.
Stop there for number 61, Josh Schaefer. Schaefer running head on, and another nice pickup. Looks like they're marking 8, possibly.
15-yard line.
Second down and 2. Still 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this first quarter, so the Noles on a drive.
As you can see, we're pretty close to that pole here, and we've only played a minute and a half of the game. Slot to the narrow side of the field. Jones gets his first carry. He's got big yardage, and he'll be in the end zone. Touchdown, Monroe Central.
10:28.
1 minute, 32 seconds in, and when you've been struggling to get the ball to the end zone, nothing sweeter than a 4-play drive. 63 yards.
63 yards.
And we have a touchdown. Seminoles on top. Eric Kramer to attempt the point. 15-yard touchdown run by Josh Jones.
Number 10, Jason Ludwig holding.
If memory serves me correctly, I believe that may be the third touchdown of the year for Josh Jones. Kramer,
pretty
2 of 3
memory
on placements. Snaps a little low.
Gets it up, and it's good.
Not a lot on it, but there's enough. It's good. So Eric Kramer adds a point. 10:28 remaining, period number 1. Seminoles, 7. Caldwell Redskins, nothing.
And that's the way to get her started, Coach. As you said, 4 plays. I believe Kramer had a couple real nice plays. We had a Ludwig, nice run off to the right, and then capping it off with Josh Jones with a touchdown run.
And I don't know if you can see on the screen, I took my eyes off of the monitor just for a moment there, but Coach Pat Singleton, Coach Mark Withrow spent a lot of time working with the line, a lot of back slaps and high fives in there and stuff. So 10:28, the kickoff.
It's good to see the Noles crowd with something to cheer about. It's been kind of a struggle this year.
Well, as we said, briefly coming on, I know as Coach Acosta mentioned Thursday night on the show, this is a very young team. Of course, Coach talked about, being quite impressed with, some of their skilled athletes. So, it just doesn't automatically mean everything's going to be as easy as that first series. But, you sure like to get off to the lead, and you stop and think, the leads have been few and far between during the first 3 weeks of the season.
For sure, for sure.
Eric Kramer will kick off. And it's a good kick.
It's a nice kick.
Number 24.
Back to his 5-yard line.
And that's Ryan Butler back at the 5-yard line. Number 29 now on the little bit of a reverse.
Number 7 running him down on about the 23-yard line.
That's Brian Schaefer.
Yeah, number 24, Brian, he's a sophomore, 5'5", 135 pound, showing some speed.
Well, something that Caldwell's done a lot of this year. Butler started to one side, and the next thing I knew, number 29 had. I went to look up a number, and they were going the other way. So I guess you got to pay attention to what's going on here.
I guess.
Number 43 is Levi Cartel. He's the quarterback for Caldwell. He'll pitch. Ball's number 30. Dustin Now.
That's a name that you recognize from Caldwell. Now.
With the place.
Dustin's 5'11", 178 pounds, and he's only a junior. This Caldwell team is very young. I believe if the records are right here, the roster, 2 seniors on the team.
You'll see a lot of juniors, sophomores, and even a few freshmen in here. We're going to get a stoppage of play. John Cecil was on the tackle that last play. Need to go out and get the kicking tee. We have that taken care of. Manager Andrew McIntyre out to take care of that chore. 2nd 7, now picks up 3 on the first down play. Cartel wants to throw.
Pass.
Swing pass. And this is now, he's got running room. He is gone.
I believe he's gone.
Just a little swing pass. Number 30, Dustin now takes the pass from Cartel, steps away from a tackler, and he's going 74 yards. And just like that, they'll say something about it's not going to be that easy all night.
Yes, I believe we kind of mentioned that. Dustin now, number 30, the tailback, 5'11", 178-pound junior, showing a great burst of speed.
Well, Caldwell has put some yardage up in a couple of weeks here, even though they have lost games by big scores. They had over 300 yards, I believe, last week against Barnesville, so they're capable of doing some things. Now will hold number 61, Josh Schaefer. And it's a fake.
It's a fake.
Now trying to get outside, wants to throw, and the ball's knocked away. A lot of people there. So when you're 0-3, and those wins are going to be hard to come by, Coach Corey Perkins kind of rolls the dice, but the fake was well defended, so it takes Caldwell less than a minute. So at 9:33, first period, Monroe Central 7, Caldwell 6.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, if you want excitement, we may have it here tonight.
Well, it's been a long time since I can remember being at a game, and I've been at a few over the years, to see two touchdowns that quickly. You see touchdowns scored close together, and somebody come right back with a big play after the other team scores. But to have played only 2 minutes and 27 seconds and have both teams on the board, it's a little bit unusual.
Yes, sure is. And I tell you what, it happened so quickly. I'm not too sure. I didn't see whether it was a case of bad tackling or what went on, or whether just good execution by the Redskins.
Well, I think once now got around the corner there, maybe stepped away from the tackler, then it was just good speed. And he just plain and simple outran some people. And as we said before, Caldwell will put the ball up. They threw 30 times last week, so we'll see what happens as the Seminoles get their second possession. And a team like this, you got to be ready for an onside kick or anything. Again, it's a short squibber. It's going to bounce down. Nipper's going to track it down back near his own 10-yard line. Tries to get upfield, steps away from a couple people, and it's on his feet. He's up the sideline. One guy has a hold of him across midfield, Jesse Nippert.
Number 68 had an arm on him, Mike Dugan, possibly.
And we have an official down on the far side, just shy of the 50-yard line on the Caldwell side of the field. And I'm not sure what happened there, but the other official's going over to check things out. But the officials seem to get tangled up with somebody on the Caldwell sideline or the body of somebody trying to make the play, and seems to be shaking a little bit. So we're going to get an official's timeout here as they make sure their colleague's okay. He's up moving around. But Nipper took that squib kick back at the 10, give him 43 yards on the return into Caldwell territory to 47. This crew is headed by Ken Kasserman, the man in the white hat. It's a pretty veteran crew out of the OVAC. One gentleman by the name of Snyder and another gentleman by the name of Kane, I know, on this officiating crew. They've done a lot of games over the years, and some of these gentlemen have worked in the OVAC All-Star game and been around. And I don't know the gentleman that well. So it looks like the umpire position, but he's back on his feet and ready to go. So we're going to get play back in. Seminoles 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line in Caldwell territory.
And we still have 9 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Things happening quickly here.
If you remember a few weeks ago at Magnolia, we thought we were in for a great shootout, and then all of a sudden defenses took over. So we'll see if the offenses can stay in the forefront. Kramer outside, a lot of room.
He cuts out.
Shoots the outside, 30-yard line, still on his feet, 20, 15, 10-yard line.
He's tripped up by number 24, Ryan Butler, 5'5", 135-pound sophomore. He just simply put his hand up and tripped him.
Well, something I'm real glad to see Eric do once he made the initial turn around the corner there is put a move on and try to outrun somebody rather than just lower his shoulder and try to run over people. At times running over people is great, and other times you want to put a move on him, and a lot of more yardage by Eric. give him 37 yards, along with a 25-yard gain earlier. So Eric Kramer, 300 yards in the first 3 games, already well over 60 yards. First and goal, just inside the 10. Kramer, 5, spins. Eric Kramer in the end zone. His first touchdown of the year. And 2 plays. And
Both
again in less
Kramer.
than a minute, Seminoles on the board again. So we'll get a timeout by the Seminoles as they try to get some personnel changed, and Kramer maybe catch his breath before the kick.
Kind of being the workhorse here this
13
evening.
to 6, and just after that touchdown, did not notice earlier, I see Chris Demmerling has already retreated to the bench with ice on his ankle, and that's not a good sign. So you get tangled up with some other bodies out there, or something happens, and I know that coach will not want to take much of a chance if that ankle's still a little bit sore.
No, not at all. And they may just be testing him. They may put him in for a few plays to see how he does and bring him out. So hopefully he's in good physical condition here and on the mend.
So we'll try to keep an eye on that as we go through the evening and see if Chris is back in there. And I apologize for not noticing that sooner to see who was in on the offense, but my first guess is number 60, Darren Grubb, is here. In our location here, Dale, right up here next to the radio announcers from the Caldwell station, Dave Anderson and John Seacrest, they were asking before the game if there was a slaughter roll. Yeah. So after that first quick touchdown, they started waving the white hanky.
Well, I don't know if they want to do that yet.
Well, so after their quick touchdown, I waved the white hanky back to them, so John Seacrest just gives me a wave back the other way.
We don't want to do this all night. You guys will get tennis elbow.
It looks like, if everybody scores at this pace, somebody's going to get real tired. So Kramer will attempt a point to try to give the Seminoles an 8-point lead. Again, only 3 minutes and 14 seconds have went off the clock. Kramer's kick looks good.
And it is good.
It is. So
14-6, Coach.
as we said, 8:46 remaining. First period, Seminoles 14, Redskins 6. People haven't had a chance to sit down and relax yet.
Yeah, lots of excitement here. You can see it's a pretty nice crowd. Just getting a shot there of the Knowles crowd, and pretty well packed. I can't see clear over, but lots of people making this 30-minute drive from Woodsfield to Caldwell. It's good to see the fans behind the Knowles. I'm really pleased about that. There seems to be a lot of support, and I'm glad to see that. The kids just need, you just feel like we just need a break. Maybe, a few things going our way. You can't take anything away from River, Shady Side, Magnolia. Those are tremendous ball clubs that will.
And Shady Side, we've mentioned before, plays a tough schedule. Now, they may very well have a hard time winning another game the rest of the year. That's not because they're a poor team. River and Magnolia are both 3-0, and after tonight, one of them is going to be 4-0 since they play each other. A lot of debate around from different people who they think will win that game and by how much, and there's quite a variety of opinions on that, so it'd be interesting to check that out.
I would think that would be a close one. I would almost give the edge to River, in my opinion, but I'm sure it will be a good one.
So Darren Grubb will kick off this time as Kramer gets a chance to check the side, catch his breath a little bit. Grubb's kick is high, about to the 20-yard line, where number 43, I believe, Cartel, it's across the 30, near the 35-yard line.
He's stopped by a host there.
Josh Woodby.
Matt Cole.
Matt Cole also there, along with, I saw John Cecil there.
It's good to see the young guys in there that don't get to play a lot, coming in on the special teams and contributing.
Those youngsters on the JV team, were quite impressive this past Monday night with a 21-0 win over River. They'll be in action Monday of this week against Caldwell at home. So I hope that everybody can get out and see that. Darren Grubb, where he's on the field, he's probably taking the spot of Chris Demmerling. Fake a pitch. Cartel has some pressure, and he's down. Josh Jones is wrapped around him.
With support from, who's that?
Eric Rose. But Josh had him wrapped up. Loss of 6 yards on the play. Second down and 16. Make that a 4-yard loss back to the 30. The original line of scrimmage was the 34. Again, Cartel wants to throw.
Again.
He's going downfield for number 13. And it's a big play for the Redskins. Number 13 is Grant Gatus. 20-yard pickup. First down, Caldwell.
Grant Gatus, a freshman, 5'7", 130 pounds.
Well, I repeat what Coach Sarkostas said, along with Lance Thursday night on the coach's corner, as the Cartel, the quarterback, does not have a extremely strong arm, but a very accurate arm for the short games, and we didn't do a very good job of passing. Cartel wants to throw again. He's going downfield. It's complete again. That's another big game. Number 24 is Ryan Butler. 25-yard pickup to the 25. And can anybody here stop anybody?
I think we just brought the offenses on the bus this evening, both ways.
It's quite a surprise, as well as the Seminole defense played last week down at River. I thought they did just a tremendous job. Maybe a little flat, maybe a good job by Caldwell, but Seminoles in business. Cartel on a draw to
play.
Now. He steps away from a couple tackles.
It looked, in your picture there, it looked like he should have been caught behind the line of scrimmage, but some quick footwork, he picked up a nice gain. Looked like he's 7 yards.
He's going to have 8 yards, second down and 2.
And they're in business.
Hard running back, a couple good runs by wide receivers after catching the ball, but there's been some examples of some not real good tackling in the first 5 minutes of this game. So second down for Caldwell, 2 yards to go at the 13-yard line. Make that the 17-yard line. Across the middle, incomplete. Intended for number 82. That's Joey Richards, a freshman. Jason Ludwig had a big hit. 3rd and 2. Just a little tight end release, or what they call a tight end dump. Ball was just a little bit high.
Joey Richards, also a freshman on this team, only 5'8", 165 pounds. So the freshman certainly involved.
Backs are split. They'll pitch it to Now. He'll be hitting the backfield. Shoemaker. Looks like the officials were marking the play dead. John Shoemaker from his defensive end position did not allow Now to get outside. Makes the play for a loss of a couple back to the 20. Caldwell will be faced with a 4th down and 5. And obviously trailing by 8 points in the early going, you're going to go for this.
Yes. And this is where the defense for the Noles has always stepped up. It'll be anxious to see here what they come up with.
Both ends, one end is tight. We have a split end out to the left. Cartel wants to throw. He's got Shoemaker all over him. It's incomplete. John Shoemaker, untouched from the backside, hitting Levi Cartel, forcing the ball to go incomplete. And now somebody has stopped somebody.
Yes.
So Seminole defense steps up and makes a stop after Caldwell looked like they were going to get on the board again. A couple of good plays there. Shoemaker making a play on 3rd down and then the hit on 4th down to force the incomplete pass. So now the Seminoles, for their worst field position, this their 3rd possession at their own 20-yard line. 5:56 left, first period, 14-6 Seminoles. Slot to the right, pitch to Kramer to the left. He'll cut back. We have a flag down. Kramer's dropped at the 29-yard line, but this is going to come back. And we're going to get a holding penalty, I believe, on Monroe Central. So this will come back and be penalized from the spot of the foul. So that will negate the run by Kramer. They'll mark it from the 21. 10 yards, should put it back around the 11.
We still got 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and this has been quite an exciting offensive performance by both clubs.
Well, if you like football, like points on the board, the first half of the quarter has been good. No, we haven't. Wells, Nippert, and Friday all entering the lineup for the Seminoles.
Yeah.
See number 61, Brad Demmerling coming out, along with 24, Ben Miller. And Daniel Ludwig probably also is out in this formation, which is a pro. Back split, dive play.
Not too much there.
That is Ludwig, who's still in the game. And he is the ball carrier.
Daniel Ludwig, the ball carrier.
He'll get a couple yards to the 13. And the early going here, again, not seeing what was on the sideline, but I do see that Kramer is now out of the game, helmet off over on the bench beside Dr. Snyder, I believe, down there with him, so I'm not sure what happened there, so we hope that's nothing serious.
Maybe just a case of tired.
And Chris Demmerling has removed the pads, so I would say that Chris is done for at least the half, if not for the night. And we're going to get a whistle.
Whistle here and
from
flag.
the back judge, that is a delay of game. Anytime you saw a five-man crew, you see that flag come from way behind here, which is the back judge. His sole responsibility prior to the snap is the 25-second clock and the 25 seconds play clock. And it cost the Seminoles 5 yards back to the 8-yard line. And once again, the old penalty bugaboo seems to be cropping up. And that's been a disaster a couple times earlier in the year. So personnel out and in here, so we'll have to
Nippert coming out and Friday
see what is
going
on here.
4 minutes 36 seconds yet remaining.
A couple regulars not in the lineup here, so we'll have to keep an eye on some of the other people. Ludwig, the throw for the first time tonight. He's going deep for Friday, overthrow. That's Justin Friday was the attempted receiver. Just a little bit overthrown. Bring up third down and long now. We'll call it 3rd and 22. Kramer re-entering the lineup along with Nippert. Miller checking out. Third down and 22. Slot to the right, backs in the eye. Ludwig.
Back to pass. Oh, it's a handoff.
Kramer. He'll get across the 10 to about the 12.
Number 30, now, I believe. Dustin now.
4th down and long. And the Caldwell defense holds with the aid of a couple of penalties deep in Monroe Central territory. And we'll get a punt. This punt will be hit from back near the goal line, between the goal line and the 5-yard line. The deep backs are number 24, Butler, and Cartel, 43. Kramer standing on his own goal line. Snap's good. The kick's away. It's going to push the Butler back to his own, to the 48. He'll be hit and dropped.
Bo Weddle, I believe.
Bo Weddle, first man down. So Caldwell, pretty good field position now at the Seminole 43-yard line. 3:42 remaining period number 1. Already 14-6 in favor of Monroe Central. We're going to get a stop and play by the officials. Again, Kramer with his helmet tipped back at the huddle. And now we're ready as the Redskins break the huddle. Cartel with Schaefer and now in the backfield behind. Motion by number 24, that's Butler. Cartel wants to throw.
Pressure.
He's looking toward Butler.
And he has Butler.
It's complete.
Justin Friday, I believe, on the stop. But not before a nice pickup. Looks like
close to 7-8 yards. Good 8 yards. 2nd and 2. A nice gain on first down. So Cartel is showing a lot of accuracy with the short passing game. And nobody says you have to throw it 40 or 50 yards downfield.
No, sir.
You gotta like the things Caldwell is doing here in the early going. We had some movement in the backfield. now will have the first down.
Josh Jones on the stop.
This will come back. The other back in the backfield, which I believe is number 29, Schaefer, moved and leaned just prior to the snap, and that will be a motion penalty against Caldwell. And that will offset the first down carry by now and bring up a second and call it 7. Back at the 41-yard line. The flag was a little bit late there. You can see a couple of Seminole defenders, pointing, and I'm not sure if the official maybe didn't see the play or just, couldn't find the flag in his pocket. That happens every once in a while.
Now
Bartel wants to throw. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage. Number 84, John Cecil.
So last week we saw John Shoemaker deflecting a couple. This week John Cecil, 319.
Get your hands in the air, get a hand on the ball. You teach your defensive linemen to read that quarterback's eyes and get your hands up. And our twin Johnnies on the ends there, Johnny Shue and Johnny C, both getting some plays in here in the first period.
So at 3rd and 7, I'm sure they're going to be looking to a pass situation here. But
we're going to get a stop and
that's
play.
They're going to take time out.
Caldwell will spend a timeout.
Woodsfield Orthopedic and Sports Rehabilitation Center offers outpatient treatments to a wide variety of injuries. Treatments include a combination of modalities, therapeutic exercises, and manual techniques, in addition to state-of-the-art Cybex exercise equipment. All athletes are welcome to come to our sports clinic every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. with Dr. Snyder and a rehab physical therapist. No appointment necessary. Call 472-9869 for details and to schedule other therapy needs.
After that Caldwell timeout, their quarterback Cartel will bring them to the line for this 3rd and 7. Ball whistle ready for play. We have a receiver wide near the sideline here on the right side. Cartel drops, getting some pressure. Screen, number 24, Butler, hit by Jones and Cecil.
And John Cecil.
Cecil had the first contact and had him there, and Tom Jones came and puts the punishment on. Lost back to the 45-yard line. Good job of reading the screen by Cecil and Jones. 4th down 11. Caldwell with now will be forced to punt the ball away. Nippert, Kramer go deep. Snap's good, no pressure. They'll aim for the sideline. It'll hit at the 20, roll to the 15, be picked up and bobbled. A very dangerous play.
In a lot of trouble.
Very thick grass field there, and that ball didn't seem to go to the sideline like I thought it would. And Eric had a little trouble picking it up, and he's hit.
As soon as he touched it, they touched him, and that was...
maybe fortunate it was not a fumble.
Yes. Puts us back in a hole, though. We're at the 14-yard line.
So after a lot of flurry about that first 3.5 minutes of the game, things have settled down a little bit here as we're at 2 minutes 30 seconds remaining in period number 1. So we'll see. A lot of time left. There's a lot of things could happen. I think it would be unlikely this game would end 14-6. Ludwig goes in motion.
Handoff.
Kramer.
That's Kramer.
Breaks outside.
He's loose again.
30. 35. He's pulled down by Cartel at the 35-yard line. 21 yards for Kramer, and not just 3 carries I can think of. I believe Kramer has to be in the 80 to 85-yard area already on this evening.
Yeah,
Miller, number 24.
Up some yardage. Number 43, just a hold of his jersey to save a big yardage.
Kramer has again come out of the game. He's on the sideline here getting attention from Coach Shoemaker.
It's a very hot evening, Coach. You know, that may be part of it, hopefully.
Number 24, Ben Miller, has replaced Kramer in the lineup. We'll try to keep an eye on that situation.
And off Jones. He's got some pretty good yardage.
43-yard line for Jones. Good gain on first down. Now among the tacklers for Caldwell.
Pretty nice blocking from the right side of that line. They're going to call it 7, bringing up 2nd and 3. Minute 35 remaining in the first quarter.
Second down and 3. Is trying to watch down the sideline there where Eric Kramer appears to be in quite a bit of discomfort. So it may be up to Jones to do a lot of the ball carrying here tonight. Josh gets a yard or 2 on that play. Third down. He's at the 48-yard line. Call it 3rd and 2.
Third down, 2 yards to go.
It appeared to be a cramp. Dr. Snyder and Eric now walking back toward the bench area, trying to get him a little bit of water there. And we haven't played a quarter yet, and we have already given Doc Snyder quite a workout. And that's not good.
Handoff, nothing there.
Second effort. It'll be short of the first down by a foot or so. I believe that may have been Ludwig on the carry.
On the stop, number 52, Jonathan Rayner.
It was Daniel Ludwig. He's to the 49-yard line. 4th down and near a yard. And now they can let the clock run out if they so desire. We'll need a punter as Kramer is still unavailable. And we've got one.
Eric Kramer in block formation.
PA man says Eric Kramer, but it is sure not. Clock running down. We'll get the punt off. It's a line drive and a nice punt.
Nice punt.
It's going to roll and roll. That's a 51-yard punt. That was Tom Jones on the punt. 56-yard punt. That's right. 44 from 100 would be 56, wouldn't it?
And that's going to end our first quarter here, Coach. We got a score of 14-6, and who would have thought it?
Hey, it's been a good first quarter. We'll see what happens now as we go into quarter number 2. We'll be right back.
See the biggest pumpkins in Ohio Thursday through Sunday at the Ohio Pumpkin Festival in Barnesville. Growers from all over compete to see who will have the 1997 King Pumpkin. The streets are filled with live music, pie-eating contests, carnival midway, great foods, arts, crafts, and more. The Giant Pumpkin Parade is Saturday at 2 p.m. The Classic Car Show and Photo Contest are both on Sunday. You've seen it on the Discovery Channel. This year, experience it for yourself at the Ohio Pumpkin Festival, September 25th through the 28th.
A good football team works together, helping each other to do their best.
A good insurance company works together too, showing you the best coverage for you and your family.
A winning football team shares the glory. The running back needs those blockers to make that long run to the end zone.
A winning insurance agency represents several companies, so you have personally designed coverage to take you wherever you need to go.
The Monroe Central Seminoles have a winning tradition.
And F.W. Shoemaker has a winning tradition of service, integrity, and customer satisfaction.
2 local traditions that keep on going.
Traveling hundreds of miles for physical, occupational, or speech therapy can be emotionally and physically draining.
14-6 Monroe Central leading. Caldwell will take over at their own 20-yard line after that 56-yard punt by Tom Jones. Kramer has re-entered the game at defense. I'm real warm standing here, Dale. I know what it has to be like down there with a couple of sprints that some of these players has made. And speaking of sprints, now has 13 yards and a first down for Caldwell.
How big is this guy? Dustin now, 5'11", 178-pound junior. Must have some real quick feet. We just don't seem to be able to wrap him up.
Good size running back, but we have to wrap him up and stop him there. Let's face it, he's not Barry Sanders.
No. Good point. But I'm sure it is very warm down there, and hopefully that's a lot of the problem with the young men.
Cartel under pressure, and it's intercepted and dropped. Justin Friday almost had his interception. Second down, and some good pressure on Cartel from 3 or 4 different Seminoles up front there. And Justin may have saw the end zone.
Yes. One of those, it was too easy.
But second and 10. Now Justin playing a lot of defense this year, not a lot of defense last year. That probably could have been his first interception of his career. But hopefully he'll have another opportunity, maybe as soon as this second and 10 play.
Yeah, I'm sure with second and 10 with Levi Cartel, you're going to see the ball in the air all evening. Although their running backs are sure impressive.
They'll pitch to
now.
He'll be hit.
He slips. I believe that's number 33, Kramer.
He'll be to the 38-yard line. Third down and 6.
Pretty decent pickup. They'll have number 13 wide to this side, which is Gatos.
Cartel to throw again.
Quick out
Across
over the middle.
Big gain. That's 24, Butler.
And Jesse Nipper just slowed him up. My land. Butler wide open.
I didn't see where he came from. He may have been the slot man on the right side, but coming off the line, nobody in the middle of the field, almost like a screen. Cartel let the people come to him, dropped in the middle of the field. Butler was wide open, and big gain, Caldwell, 47-yard line, Monroe Central territory. Caldwell on the move again.
Handoff now.
That's now. He'll be near 5 yards on first down.
Good yardage. Looks like Eric Rose. Possibly and Grubb on the bottom of the pile.
And Darren Grubb, number 60, will be kind of slow getting up on that play, as he's going to get a bulk of the playing time on both lines tonight, I would feel, in place of Demmerling, who, as we said earlier, has removed the pads and appears to be done for the evening. Second and 5. Long count by Cartel. He'll give it to now. He'll be inside the 40 to 39.
John Cecil on his legs with help from, looks like Ludwig, and possibly getting up the bottom again, Grubb.
Third and 2.
So as soon as I said something about they're probably going to pass the ball a lot, Dustin now with 2 nice runs, picking up some good yardage. Third and 2, 9 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the half.
Well, I'm not sure if it's just coincidence or if it's intentional by Caldwell, but a lot of their plays seem to be going over their right side, which would be Chris Demmerling's original side. Now again, he runs right through a couple Seminoles. First down near the 30-yard line.
Ben Miller hanging on for dear life, but he should have been stopped at the line. Looked like his forward momentum was stopped right at the line, but he picks up first down and a big run.
A very hard runner and a nice mix of pass and run. First down, 10, 31-yard line. Cartel wants to throw.
Pass, a lot of pressure. And
he'll
he's
break
sacked.
away. First man on the scene appeared to be Tom Jones. And then Darren Grubb. But Jones appeared to be first on the scene. Loss back to the 37-yard line. Second down, 16. And that's what you need, is some pressure on the quarterback and a loss. Create that situation where you know that they're probably going to throw. Sure makes it life a lot easier by the defenders. Fake a toss.
Pressure again.
Hit by Shoemaker. He'll spin away. But he'll be brought down.
Met by a host of white jerseys.
See
Shoemaker, the initial.
Kramer up off that pile along with Grubb, Shoemaker, and Cecil. But Shoemaker had the initial pressure. Cartel able to step forward and get perhaps a yard. Third down and let's call it 15.
Number 13, Grant Cadis, coming in with the play. He's only a freshman, 5'7", 130 pounds. And he'll be a wide out to this side with Butler wide to the far side.
Seminoles to go with the 4-man front as they'll go with an extra defensive back on a possible, most likely passing situation. Cartel to throw. Across the middle now.
And it's intercepted. Jesse Nippert.
Nippert.
He's off to the races.
He is to 40. He's to 30. He's to the end zone. Touchdown.
No one's gonna catch
Jesse Nippert. Not sure the yardage, somewhere in that 75 to 80-yard range. Jesse Nippert, 4 touchdowns this year, 3 on the return.
And that ball was tipped by somebody. I didn't see whose hand it came off of, but I believe Redskin had a...
I believe it was off the hands of the intended receiver. Now, Nippert making the play, and once he got outside and able to turn on the jets.
And he had a blocker there, but he didn't need it. He just turned on the afterburner and gone.
So
20
big
to 6,
play.
7-10.
So a big play by your defense. And it looked like Caldwell was trying to get something going again and move the ball. All of a sudden now they think they're going to have a chance to tie the game. And now they're down 14 and possibly 15 points as Kramer will attempt the extra point out of a Jason Ludwig hold and a Tucker Roberts snap. Kick is high and left of center. No good. But it's 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in period number 2. It's Monroe Central 20, Caldwell 6.
Well, Coach, I tell you, a nice run again by Jesse Nippert. Jesse has a way of those big plays. Trying to figure out, I'm not too sure where he picked that ball up, what yard line.
We're guessing. It's flip a coin here. Somewhere in that neighborhood of 75 to 80 yards, I'd say. We're not very far off.
No matter where, it was a nice run. The biggest thing, 20 to 6.
Yeah, the yardage really doesn't matter. The 6 points is big. So Butler and now will go deep for Caldwell. Darren Grubb will attempt the point or attempt the kick. There's so much stuff going on here, Dale. I'm not sure what we are
where we're at. And you know things are in hand because we just got a shot of the crowd and Donnie Longwell's off to the sideline down here socializing, so he must feel pretty secure.
He'll love you for that.
Yeah. 20 to 6. 7-10 in the half, and it's been a pretty nice offense.
Grubb's kick taken by a short man at the 21-yard line. That's Cartel. He'll be hit and dropped by Cole. And wait for the man to get up.
Keith Wells.
May have been Friday also. But Cartel to the 33-yard line where Caldwell will take over 1st and 10. But good job getting downfield by Matt Cole, making a good hit. So now down 14 points. We'll see what Caldwell does with 7 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the half. They'll give to now.
Again, hard running.
And first down run, 12 yards.
He just bounces off of bodies. No one wrapping. Well, I believe first down.
We're going to get a Monroe Central timeout as Coach Acosta and not Coach Singleton will go out and talk to the defense.
Yeah, I'm sure not real happy with the situation here. You know, the score is a great thing. We're up 20 to 6. But, you know, you got to wrap the young man up. And Coach Acosta explaining that to his troops.
I think we owe Mike Plaziak and crew a great big hand for this field.
We'll get a couple of changes defensively here, but, you know, regardless of who the people are that are in the game, and that, you know, you've got to wrap up. You know, I say Chris Demmerling has checked out of the game, and
now a nice-looking runner. I mean,
but there's a lot of missed tackles out there.
Yes, there are. We don't know how great he is or how much we're just not wrapping. But Coach Acosta will come off of the field, and with 6 minutes 58 seconds, 20 to 6.
And not necessarily a strategy session during that timeout.
No. More of a head and heart check.
A number 75, Heath Wells, has entered the game defensively. 1st and 10, Caldwell at their own 44-yard line. Some shifting around in the backfield. Number 29, Schaefer, finally gets positioned as a wing to the left. Cartel wants to throw.
Cartel looking.
It's a screen pass or swing pass intended for number 24, Butler. Daniel Ledwig, the nearest defender.
Almost looked like Butler wasn't ready for that, as if the pattern didn't get completed. There was some pretty good pressure. I didn't see the number coming in on Cartel. He may have let that ball go a little early. 85 coming in is Phil Michaels, sophomore, 5'9", 134 pounds. This team sounds like a team of the future. Only 2 seniors, at least 2 freshmen contributing heavily. Lots of sophomores and juniors.
They'll give to now.
Now,
why not?
My land.
He'll step away from a couple more tackles.
Jesse
Try to get
Nippert.
the corner. Finally be brought down inside the 25-yard line. Nippert makes the tackle at the 23. And he just ran by a couple people.
Several people had their arms out and looked like they were trying to tackle the air. You know, there was nothing there. He moved so quickly. And we are going to be right at this pole this time, but they're down with 6 minutes and 46 seconds.
Well, the way the offenses have been, Dale, I don't think we'll stay behind the pole for long.
Not long.
Cartel
And
gives
off
the now.
now.
Why not? And finally, he stopped after a short pickup of maybe 2 yards on that left defensive
Looked like
side.
Rose, John Cecil, with some support there from Josh Jones.
So a 2-yard pickup to the 21, make it 2nd and 8. Let's say that may be one of the few times, if maybe the only time, that now has been stopped for anything less than 10 or 12 yards or more.
He certainly is an elusive runner. Number 30, Dustin Now.
A mix-up in the backfield, but he's able to get the ball to number 24, Butler. Nippert makes another touchdown delaying tackle inside the 10. Looked like a mix-up in the backfield as Cartel was going down, but he was able to make the handoff to his back. Butler on a little counter
And everybody just kind of stood around it.
And first thing you knew, he was through the line and was in the secondary. First and goal, Caldwell.
Where's Longwell?
Ball at
Getting
the
back
9.
down on the sideline. 5 minutes, 45 seconds. Handoff, Butler.
They'll try another back.
Looked like Rose, and I can't see who's at the bottom of the pile getting up. Tom Jones.
Rose and Jones. The guests on the Thursday night show, I believe.
Yes, they were.
No gain on the play. 2nd and goal from the 9. A big boost here if the Seminoles would be able to keep Caldwell out of the end zone. You know, so far, the only Caldwell score came on the long pass and run, but they've moved the ball well, and they're knocking at the door once again.
Michaels wide out to this side, number 85.
Cartel fakes the right side. He pitches to number 29, Schaefer. Loss on the play. Not a real good picture here. It's like Cecil, last man up, but he had some help.
And again, we're right there with that elusive pole.
Brian Schaefer, the ball carrier.
3rd down and goal from the 11 as the play lost 2 yards.
3rd and 11.
Cartel wants to throw. Throw across the middle again.
No good.
Intended for number 82. Richards is tight end. The ball hit him right in the hands and fell away.
Joey Richards, 5'8", 165 pounds, freshman. He had a pass here a little while ago. A nice reception.
He also had some room on that play. If he'd been able to hang on, he may not have gotten to the end zone, but he would have made the 4th down play a little bit easier. But not able to hang on. 4th down and goal now from the 11. 4th down, 11. Strong formation. Now trying to roll out.
And he's
down.
He's down. Couldn't see who that was. But the most important thing,
Looked like John Shoemaker may have been in on the play. I saw Eric Rose also there, but again, from where I'm standing, the pole was right in my line.
I didn't
so
see a thing.
maybe you had a better view on the picture on your TV screen than what I did.
Because I was looking at to see what we had.
Joe says no.
No, we had nothing.
Well, the important thing is the Seminoles hold, and even though Caldwell runs the ball down the field again, they come up with no points. 4:10 remaining in the first half, and the Seminoles still leading by 14 points. So even though you can't be happy about some things, you have to be happy that the 2-touchdown lead. Ludwig's going to keep. He's going to get outside. He's got running room. He cuts back. He's got some speed, and he may go.
He may be gone.
30. Jason Ludwig. How about that? 88 yards. Jason Ludwig got outside. Nobody was there. You may forget Jason has pretty good speed too.
He showed it there.
88 yards for Jason Ludwig. How about that? That would be his first touchdown.
His first touchdown, yeah. Believe so.
And I really don't think he had a running touchdown as a sophomore, so that's probably his touchdown. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a long touchdown play we had down here a couple years ago with Luke Shoemaker went about 90 yards for a touchdown.
26-6, 3:55.
So Kramer will try the placement. Ludwig will try to catch his breath and make the hold out of the Tucker Roberts snap. Snap is good. Kick is down. Line drive is through. So 3:55, another long-range touchdown. Seminoles 27, Caldwell Redskins 6.
And that gives the crowd something to cheer about.
I was just looking to see if our radio friends there, Dave Anderson and John Seacrest, were waving the white flag now. Definitely been an offensive game. Definitely an offensive game.
Has been.
There's definitely some guys out there on both sides of the ball that can run. As we have seen 3 long-range touchdowns now of Caldwell, by Nippert, and by Jason Ludwig. All long range. And
now has certainly looked impressive here in the early going. You know, we're still 3:55 in this first half, and he's cut up some yardage. You know, he's done a nice job of carrying the ball.
The big advantage you have now with a 3-touchdown lead, if you're Monroe Central at this point in time, is that may partly take now out of the game a little bit by forcing Caldwell to try to throw a little bit. But when you're gaining 10 or 15 yards a carry, you might as well let him go a little bit, because that's been their most effective weapon.
Kick is up. It's short.
Derek Griffith's kick. It's short to the 31-yard line. Picked up by one of the upbacks. Brought down by Wells, number 75, and Miller, number 24.
Number 44.
That was Derek Griffith making doing the kicking there. 3rd kickoff man so far. And
everybody getting their shots.
I'm sure Derek a little bit nervous, but he kicked off, I know, during the reserve game on Monday night. His first time, and the ball went inside the 10 on the fly, so he has some potential, and he also kicked 1 of 2 extra points Monday night in the JV game. So glad to see somebody else, getting a little bit of work there, with this lead, and I'm sure Derek was quite nervous. Cartel wants to throw. He goes out.
Man open, I believe
low,
it's
and it's incomplete. Number
85, Michael. Phil Michael.
Looks like Justin Friday, I believe, was the defender. 85 on number 85. We've seen those number combinations quite a bit this year with same number on same number defending. 2nd and 10 for Caldwell. And what has been a very long first half, Dale, as we've been playing almost an hour, still with 3:45 left. But when you have 5 touchdowns scored,
that when there's a lot of offense.
As opposed to last week where we were scoreless. Now hitting the backfield, not able to wrap up, but a very short game. Heath Wells had some contact in the backfield, not able to finish the play. Got some help from his teammates. Grubb, among others, after a pickup of 3 yards.
Still
Ball at the 43-yard line.
3 minutes and 20 seconds and rolling.
but you'd like to see the defense step up here and make a stop out in the middle of the field one time without having their back against the wall. You know, a 3 down and out would be nice. Now, what's the throw? Halfback pass, going deep.
Intercepted. Jesse Nippert.
Nippert again. Got some running room. He's the 40. Flags are down. Go ahead, go down, Jesse. It's not going to count. Still on his feet. He's out of bounds. No, he's not. He's down to the 21-yard line. I think he was out of bounds, but the official didn't call it. But this is going to come back for a blocking call. And Jesse Nippert, after getting 7 interceptions and being among your leaders in the Valley last year, shut out the first 3 weeks, has 2 in this second quarter tonight. But that big return is going to be offset. Now, and Cartel over on the sideline, walking back very slowly. But almost all of this return is coming back. But regardless of the point, great individual moves by Nippert. It's looked like he was stopped 2 or 3 times. And I'll have to watch the tape again.
Having fun.
I'll have to watch the tape again, but I thought he stepped out of bounds there. But
by that time, I think it was all over, and they just...
Some others up here say yes, but the official didn't say so. But I guess it doesn't matter anyway since the play is coming back. And it is a clip, as we anticipated. Backs the play up to the 26-yard line in Monroe Central territory, but it is a stop,
even though,
and it is Seminole ball.
Yeah, even though you don't get the yardage that Nippert picked up, you know, it is our ball, and that's a big thing. And it's an interception for Jesse.
And one thing that I've mentioned one other week, you know, our offense has turned the ball over more times than our defense has took the play away or took the ball away from the other team, and 2-0 as far as turnovers tonight.
Nice hold for Eric Kramer.
Kramer again across midfield to the 45-yard line. That should be about 30 yards. And I know that Eric Kramer is well over 100 yards in this first half on not very many carries.
Josh Schaefer, a senior, 5'8", 181 pound on the stop.
Miller, Cecil, and Nippert entering the lineup with the play as Kramer, who has been having some problems, with some cramps already in the first half, and has had about 4 or 5 big gains, along with being in defensively. We'll get a breather. Ludwig wants to throw.
Looking.
Checks off and throws an interception.
24 Butler.
Intended, I believe, for Nippert. They kind of checked off initially and then went to a second look at Nippert. The ball was a little underthrown, and as I was talking about turnovers, that is Monroe Central's first of this game after turning the ball over, I think, 6 times in the first 3 games. So Caldwell with 2:07 remaining before half. I have the ball at their own 42-yard line. Not exactly what we had in mind.
Ball's loose. I believe they're mostly nose.
Keith Wells, number 75, on the ball. So I'm sure Keith Wells, just a sophomore, and I'd say Heath looked a little excited by that.
Yes.
And as a sophomore in there, getting a little varsity time tonight on that, and probably your first varsity fumble recovery, I'd say he's entitled. Heath's a sophomore, 5'9", 201.
That play didn't look good from the beginning. There's kind of a mix-up in the backfield. The ball came loose, and
we see Heath playing quite a bit on defense and in the Chris Demmerling spot, while Darren Grubb is playing most of the night on offense, giving 2 young men a chance to play in there. So now, just about where we could have had the ball of the completed pass at the 40-yard line. Daniel Ludwig in motion, whistle,
and that whistles everywhere.
Will be a delay of game. Once again, coming from that back judge, 20 yards behind the play. And the second delay of game penalty tonight.
Delay of game penalty called on the Seminoles. Ball out to the Redskin 45-yard line.
Still 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this half, and seems like we've been here a good while.
There's a good reason for that, Dale.
Yes, there is.
We have.
Lots of points.
But it's a little more fun than what's been a couple weeks in the early part of the season. We hope the fun continues. 1st and 15. Kramer.
And Kramer.
He'll have the yardage
hole.
plus
Gonna
some.
cut it back.
30. Runs past a man out of bounds, 20-yard line. 25-yard pickup by Kramer. They'll place it at the 21-yard line, 24 yards. Eric Kramer. And probably
I'd like to know the total number of yards so far this evening. I have no idea, but it's got to be
and we may have to
a bunch.
We may have to take a peek somewhere with some of the stat people here at halftime, or maybe our radio people next door here will let us peek over their shoulder a little bit. But 1:55 left before half. Monroe Central, one timeout remaining. Shotgun and a whistle at the snap. And we see some looking around. It appears it may be on the Caldwell Redskins. And it is a dead ball offside.
And it is.
Caldwell. Somebody in the neutral zone, I believe. The defensive back over here on the near side guarding the wide receiver may have been in the neutral zone. I really couldn't see. Once again, one of those poles, Dale, right in my vision. From here, Joe has a little better picture than what I have standing here.
Yeah, pretty good picture here, but
so first down and 5. Motion by Daniel Ludwig. They'll pitch to Kramer.
Oh, nice
break a
cut
tackle,
back.
break another tackle, almost break the third tackle before being tripped by now number 30. All that in a pickup of only about 3 yards.
As opposed, though, to none.
Yes.
Yeah, he cut back and sidesteps a tackler, and now almost didn't bring him down. So
he almost stepped inside that last tackler, where if he would have sprinted the outside there, he may have been able to outrun somebody, but then again, he may not have. Second down at 2. Jones, he'll have his first down inside the 10.
And he stopped, I believe, again by now. Dustin Now on the stop.
We're seeing a lot of Dustin Now offensively, now seeing him quite a bit defensively. 1:06 on the clock. As I said, Monroe Central just one timeout left. They used one after a touchdown in the early moments of the game to get the extra point set up, and then used one defensively there in the middle of this second period as we have now moved inside 1 minute. Ludwig wants to throw.
Got a man open.
He goes to the corner of the end zone.
Had a secondary man wide open, going to Nippert there in the corner. Can't see who he was.
Daniel Ludwig broke off the line of scrimmage and was wide open.
Wide open. I'm sure that was his secondary.
Daniel will probably tell Brother Jason about that at some point in time. But I think on that play, your main receiver and your main look is your wide receiver. You really don't think of that man running off the line that wide open.
MB, yes. Yeah, that's the key, being that wide open.
50 seconds as Ludwig will go into the shotgun formation. Second goal at the 9.
Trips to the left and
he'll step away for some pressure and be brought down.
He's going to be
back
dropped
at the 16-yard line. Clock running inside 40 seconds, third down. And you still have time, and you don't want to call timeouts too soon here. And Monroe Central will now on third down use that final timeout with 31 seconds left.
Well, who would have thought 27-6 and we're down. But again, you know, third and 18, third and 17. This is a place where you'd like, you know, we're way ahead, but you'd like to see them being able to put the ball into the end zone before the half.
Well, in this situation, you would like to get another touchdown and have that big lead to 33, 34-6 at the half, and then you could kind of sit on it the second half and do some other things.
A lot of people play.
Maybe look at some other things. Where at 27-6, you know, Caldwell will get the ball to start the third quarter, and if they'd able, you know, if they'd like to, you know, able to drive one down, and they've moved the ball very well. Stopped the last couple possessions by interceptions. You know, they could cut that down real quick.
Sure could.
But Caldwell will get the ball to start the third period. But that is Monroe Central's final timeout. And it is 3rd and goal back at the 17-yard line. And you still have time to get another play off on 4th down if you do not convert here, even if you're stopped in bounds. But Monroe Central, by my count, has no timeouts remaining.
Coach Jay will come off and we'll set this offense. 31 seconds.
It's a pro formation, Nippert and Friday. Ludwig wants to throw, has some pressure. Swing pass for Jones, incomplete. And not catching the ball there was maybe the best thing, because now you can go back 4th down with the clock stopped. 26 seconds left, because even if Josh had made the play,
now he's right there.
He was not going to get far, and he definitely was not going to get to the end zone. So now you can regroup, and 4th down, you can get the play in that you want. Nippert and Friday are the wide receivers. Ludwig to throw. He'll step up, and now he'll have some pressure and be sacked.
He's down.
The ball's loose. And Caldwell picks it up and has a little bit of a return. Number 74, I believe, James Rayner, Brad Demmerling, and Kramer on the play. So with 17 seconds left, Caldwell will have a chance for a couple plays. They have 2 timeouts remaining. And we'll see whether Coach Corey Perkins of the Redskins wishes to try to do something with 17 seconds, or whether he just,
wants to sit on it
to get out of here at this score, not risk an interception and a return.
I would kind of expect to see the ball in the air.
Just one,
wide outs to both sides.
Just one back has went flanked wide, and Cartel may be checking off as the corners are real deep. They're going to go a quick out for now, and almost a little high.
Tipped,
Daniel Ludwig, I think, read that play right from the start and stepped up, and that ball had been down in a catchable area. I believe Daniel would have had the interception and had nothing but green turf to the end zone. 13 seconds left.
Anxious to see the replay of that. It almost looked like maybe a hand on the ball as Cartel let it go. Possibly.
The corner on this side, Ben Miller, was giving now a lot of cushion. You can see Cartel tap his arm and kind of check off at the line. But Ludwig read the play and made a nice recovery.
Cartel
to throw.
And he's down. Tom Jones and somebody on the bottom.
That will take us to halftime. A lot of offense, a lot of long offensive plays, and a couple nice returns. Monroe Central 27, Caldwell 6.
Woodsville Ashland sells pure gasoline, diesel fuel, and kerosene, and they're pure Seminole fans. Join these Woodsville Ashland fans in their newly expanded dining room for a fabulous lunch, supper, or snack. Try some hot pizza, delicious Caesar sandwiches, onion rings, or cheese sticks. Top it all off with Kirk's homemade ice cream or Southern Snow in lots of flavors. The Hoffs invite you to follow the Seminoles throughout the football season and follow the Noles year-round into the Ashland for great food and snacks.
John and Steve of Weber's Pharmacy were born and raised in our area and care about you and your family. Over the years, they've served our community with after-hours emergency service, quality products, and competitive prices, friendly staff, and that special hometown touch. With that same spirit of hometown pride, John and Steve wish the Monroe Central Seminole teams and coaching staff good luck for a safe and successful season. Remember Weber's Pharmacy for all your healthcare needs. You're not just a number at Weber's Pharmacy, you're part of the family.
No matter what the occasion, Jackson's Newsstand has something to fill your needs with balloons, Marion Heath quality cards at reasonable prices, and gifts of all kinds. Pick up some treats like Brock's delicious candies in the case, or staples like sundries, batteries, car care products, and school supplies. Buy a bestseller or choose from hundreds of magazines, even comic books. Rent the latest video release or Sega and Nintendo games. Buy the newest CD or cassette. Services at Jackson's include Travelers Express Money Orders, UPS Pickup, and Western Union, the only one in the county. Come and see what you're missing at Jackson's newsstand, open 7 days, 8 to 10. See the biggest pumpkins in Ohio starting Thursday in Barnesville. Arts, crafts, antiques, carnival, great food. There's something for everyone at the Ohio Pumpkin Festival in Barnesville this Thursday through Sunday.
We're ready to begin period number 3, 27-6. Monroe Central. Caldwell will get the ball to start the second half. Went down to the field level at halftime. Dale, one thing I can tell you, it looked like some guys really tired and some cramping up down there. It's not only warm down there, it is hot down at the field level. Almost no air moving, and this is by far is the warmest of the 4 weeks thus far by quite a bit.
Yeah,
also
up here
checked.
we feel kind of cool and nice. So,
but those guys down there with the helmets on. Also checked Eric Kramer at halftime, 9 carries for 163 yards. Jason Ludwig had 79 yards net, including an 87-yard touchdown. Josh Jones, 28 yards, and Daniel Ludwig, 18 yards, for a total of 288 yards rushing the first half. That's
now,
quite impressive.
On the return, John Cecil, and looked like Eric Kramer on the stop. Yeah, that's pretty impressive first half, Coach. And the score shows it, 27-6. The Caldwell Redskins just a little bit young. They've got some nice running backs. Cartel able to throw the ball. And Dustin now, really a nice athlete, a nice running back.
3 turnovers by Caldwell in the first half. 2 interceptions really hurt their offensive cause. 1 returned for a touchdown. They'll stay on the ground now.
Looked like Kramer on the stop.
Near 5 yards on the first down pickup, 2nd and 5. And even though with the way things have been and the importance of winning that we stress, and I'm sure that Coach DaCosta and the other coaches really, even though they're ahead 27-6 at halftime, had to be a little bit displeased defensively with the poor tackling that had taken place. Happy about lots of things, but the tackling must improve. Cartel with a long count. And he'll give it now again. It's another big gain. He's to midfield and a first down.
As he runs over Butler, his blocker, and that's first down.
And now had 94 yards rushing the first half.
So that should be...
Along with a swing pass reception, which would go in receiving yards of over 70 yards.
We have a man down. Looks like possibly Wells.
Number 75, Heath Wells, walking to the sideline along with Dr. Snyder. Heath playing defensively in place of Chris Demmerling and doing a nice job. And he'll go to the sideline. First down and 10, Caldwell at the 50-yard line. Darren Grubb, I believe, in defensively. And now once again,
but he's
nothing.
met at the line. Lots of white jerseys.
Stacked up well that time by Rose, along with Kramer.
John Cecil at the bottom of the pile.
Cecil, yes, the last man up.
Good job of sticking him there right at the line. Looks like they're going to give him a yard.
Generous forward progress spot to just across midfield to the 49, 2nd and 9. We're just underway, period number 3. Now gets it again, and again.
And he's met again, head on.
Very little pickup.
Couple possibly.
Kramer and Jones on that. I would say Cecil on that side also involved in the play, along with Grubb. 3rd down and long. 3rd and a long 7. The ball just shy of 47-yard line. They'll send it wide out to the near left side. Caldwell wants to throw. He runs the swing and intended for now. Broken up by Shoemaker as he tried to get up and over now to make that play. Unable to make the interception, but able to make the defensive play, bringing up 4th down for Caldwell.
Again, looked like that pass might have been rushed, as now hadn't broke out in the open. Shoemaker there. There is a flag, is that right?
Yes, I now see a flag on the play, which I did not see earlier.
I didn't see that earlier, but...
Well, I see no signal, so I guess there wasn't a flag.
Nonetheless, with a 4th and 8, Redskins will have to give this up. And
it's a very high kick. Fair catch by Kramer. He'll let it go, and it will trickle into the end zone by only about a yard. 48-yard punt, no return, net of 28, and very near going dead in that heavy grass.
Very near a break for the Redskins.
But still, you're taught that if the ball's inside the 10, fair catch it and let it go, and the ball did hit inside the 10, so that was the proper play. And just you never know where that football is going to bounce, and it almost died. And good news for Caldwell, but into the end zone by about a yard. Seminoles, their first possession, second half at the 20-yard line.
Sweep.
Kramer trying to get outside.
Outside, and he'll run over top of look like now, number 30.
And maybe one of Kramer's shorter runs of the evening. They'll keep the clock running. He was inbounds, pickup of 9 yards. And more like 8 yards. They put him at the 28-yard line. What you hope to do here during this third quarter now with a 27-6 lead is have a ball control, nice drive, get a score on the board, and then stop them next time on defense, and then start working some younger players into the game on the offensive side.
First down plus.
That will be a first down for Josh Jones. He'll have 7 yards.
Caldwell on the stop as they're marking the ball on the 35-yard line.
This is
nice pickup.
Yeah, this is also, Dale, where you think, on a night like this, which I said, very, very warm down at field level, as I was down there at halftime, where all the sophomores and juniors that are playing for Caldwell, that maybe the strength of Monroe Central juniors and senior will really wear these guys down more. There's a wide open Justin Friday. And he's going to the end zone. Justin Friday with his first varsity touchdown of his career. 65 yards. And
very nice pass.
There's
very
one
good
happy
reception.
young man,
yes, sir.
I'm sure, Justin Friday. His first touchdown of his career, as he did not start playing football till last year as a junior. And the senior behind everybody who bid on the play fake. Easy touchdown. All you had to do was catch it. And Jason Ludwig laid a nice ball right out there. And sometimes that's the toughest ball to catch when you know no one's around you.
And I don't know whether he would have thought anything about dropping that interception a little while ago or not, but kick is up. This time it's good.
Kramer's kick is good. That's his 4th kick out of 5.
34-6.
He'll be 6 of 8, I believe, on the year on conversions. So now at 8:07 remaining third period, Seminoles on top 34-6.
Coach, I would think with this defensive stance now, if we can get a good stop, 34-6, basically the ball game should be technically over. But, we need a good defensive stop here and bring in some younger kids.
Yeah, well, I'm sure a lot of people in the stands starting to think about that right now, especially if you're a parent of a younger kid. But you can look for Coach Circosta to not do much subbing defensively until after Caldwell starts subbing on their offense.
Offense, yeah.
Just because, in fairness to the younger kids, what he'll start doing is possibly, putting an individual or two in that he wants to look at, or start working some people in on the offensive side. If not the next offensive series, probably by the start of the fourth period.
Yes.
Because you can't stop doing things too soon.
Yes, you can. And I think it's important that the kids get some momentum here and a good feeling. Dustin now. And he's met head on there. I couldn't see the number.
It was now.
Well, they give credit to Eric Kramer, but there's a lot of clean white jerseys there. Somebody met him head on.
As we were talking there, I really was not watching. I did not see. I believe Kramer may have kicked off that time, but I could be mistaken on that.
Yes,
I get an affirmative nod here. It's nice to have
Brian Easterling
here with us to at least shake his head yes and no when we say things.
It's been a long time since Brian's been around.
He has corrected me on 2 or 3 occasions, and I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
Because somebody else would if he didn't.
Cartel, a lot of trouble. He's going to be down.
I believe that's Heath Wells back in the game making the play.
Sacked by number
44, they give credit
Shoemaker,
to Shoemaker. Wells was in there. I didn't see exactly where he...
I think initially that may have been the case.
Loss of 5 as they mark it 2nd and 15, 7:34.
But Heath Wells was among the first people there. Loss of 5, 2nd, 15. There's a draw play. And brought down immediately by Kramer and Tom Jones, the second tackler there. The ball carrier was dropped at the line of scrimmage, 24-yard line. Did not see who the carrier was. It may have been number 29, Schaefer, but I'm not certain. One of the few times tonight it was not now. 3rd and long. Again, checking off at the line, Cartel. You see him making a signal out here to his receiver wide to the left. He'll kind of sprint that way and throw out and incomplete.
Ball just a little long.
Michael is the intended receiver, number 85.
And 85, Justin Friday.
Justin Friday.
Justin stepping in front there, thought he had a shot at it. A little high over both of their heads.
Punt formation as Nippert and Kramer will go back. And it's good to see a couple good things happen offensively and defensively for Justin tonight. Even though the defensive secondary, I thought last week, did a tremendous job. With a very high-powered River offense, the 1 touchdown. Some pressure. Shoemaker almost blocks the kick, but it's a nice kick by now. Kramer to 39-yard line. Breaking a tackle and getting some yardage across midfield. 43-yard line with a flag down on the far side.
Number 64 on the stop, Kyle Griffith, taking Kramer out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll see what this one is.
18-yard return by Kramer, but most of it is going to come back with a penalty. Ken Castleman walks out from the side and signals clip. Monroe Central. Now we'll back the play up 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Should be on the 36-yard line where the Seminoles will start the possession. 6:20 remaining period number 3. 34-6 Monroe Central. Also a good chance that long touchdown pass from Ludwig to Friday may be the last time you'll see the ball in the air by Jason Ludwig here tonight. As 34-6, and I don't think that over the years there's any time that the opposition could accuse Coach Acosta of running up a score. And I know he has a lot of respect for his opponents and a lot of respect for this Caldwell team and their young coach, Corey Perkins, and he definitely would not be looking to run the score up. But your kids still have to play. And Kramer will get the ball and he's stopped.
Be hit right there.
He's going to lose 2 yards. We haven't seen that much. Cartel and LeHue one of the two seniors that Caldwell has on the team and on the play.
Yeah, he's 5'9", 210 pounds, possibly the biggest guy on the field for the Redskins.
A good opportunity here to work on some things as far as your offensive line and your ground game. Better than practice. The scrimmage situation, as they still attempt to get the ground game going and get it into gear. Kramer gets outside on that sweep. It's been a very good play. Keeps his feet near the 49-yard line, and if that is the case, he will have a first down, 15 yards. And that's where they do mark him out of bounds, first down Seminoles.
And Eric taking a slow walk back to the huddle.
Well, he's up in that 180-yard neighborhood on only about a dozen carries. But most of the carries have been, sprints and with some second and third efforts there along with playing defense. So, he's a pretty tired young man, as are several of the other people. Daniel Ludwig will get the ball. He'll fight forward for 4 yards. 47-yard line in Caldwell territory.
James Rainier, number 74, and Schaefer on the stop.
See some personnel changes as John Cecil in with the play offensively as John Shoemaker checks out. We'll get a slot left. Ludwig takes the deep snap, and he will look to throw. Well, now he'll run. And
he gets
be
away.
sacked.
Nah, he's down.
Blow the whistle. He's down. Loss of some 5-6 yards on the play. Initially
58.
had some time.
Brian Ogle, the stop, a junior, 5'8", 184 pound.
It appeared that Ludwig had some time initially, but then coverage prevented him from finding who he was looking for, and somebody, who may have been Ogle, had a hold of his jersey and pretty much pulled the jersey down off his shoulder pad. 3rd down and 12, as the Seminoles were looking to go up top and may very well look to go up top on this 3rd and long. They'll run the sweep instead to Kramer. He'll get outside, try to cut back, tries to set a man up. He'll get a couple blocks. Look at Jason Ludwig downfield with a block. First down, Eric Kramer. I think you probably had a good look at that right in the middle of the play, as when Kramer reverse field, quarterback Ludwig, who had pitched the ball to him, got downfield and he threw a block some 10 to 15 yards downfield, and you won't see that very often with the quarterback throwing a key block. 25 yards on that carry by Kramer.
What looked like a broken play turned into a big play. 28-yard line, 1st and 10, 3:45 remaining in this 3rd quarter. And in business again.
Well, it's very hard to teach kids, when a play is broken and the ball carrier comes back the other way, to not stand and watch.
Yes.
And a couple of different Seminoles, but I noticed in particular Jason Ludwig downfield blocking.
Quick hit. No, Jason. Yeah, it is a quick hit. And Shoe.
Kind of crossed everybody up there for a moment, but John Shoemaker
completely. John
in the
Shoemaker.
backfield, something that I know that they've been looking at and wanting to work on in practice and some during the season. I don't know if people noticed that, but last week on one of those goal line situations down at River, Johnny was in the backfield on a play that never got off because of a penalty. And I believe he was carrying the ball on that play last week.
He's in the backfield again.
There's a pitch to Jones, the tailback, and he's met. Wow.
Hit.
He's met in the open field and dropped. And I didn't catch a number.
Well, I'm looking. It's number 30 now. Dennis Now. Dustin Now.
Josh is a lot more used to dishing those types of punishments out rather than receiving them. 3rd down and let's call it 5 from the 23-yard line. We're inside 2:20. Time remaining, period number 3. Ludwig to throw. Going deep. He's got a man open. Touchdown.
Jesse Nippert.
Jesse Nippert once again. And it appeared that Jason looked and looked and looked again, and then finally found somebody running deep, and that was Nippert. Jesse's second touchdown of the evening.
Fake handoff up the middle and drew the defense in, and Jesse Nippert wide open in the end zone.
I put my stat sheet away, but I think that would be 5 touchdowns on the year now for Nippert, as he had the long interception return earlier tonight. Kramer to attempt the point. Ludwig hold, kick down. That one went well wide to the left. But at 2:04, time remaining, period number 3. This one's all Seminoles. Monroe Central 40, Caldwell 6.
I believe by looking at the stands there, Coach, there's not too many that have gone home. We're at 2:04 remaining in the third quarter, 40-6. Pretty much Knowles controlling the tempo of the game this evening, but I'll tell you, Redskins have got some impressive players, just young, very young.
You mentioned the fans down. I can't say enough. I know a couple of weeks ago down in Magnolia, we kind of complained a little bit with some people leaving early which I guess that's a natural tendency, some people wanting to beat the traffic out.
Yeah, there can be lots of things.
I was a little concerned last week, how well people would turn out, but a tremendous job of Seminole fans, as usual.
Tremendous. And I'm certainly glad to see that.
I should have known better than to question, the heart and desire of the fans. Derek Griffith kicks off. This one much better.
Nice one, nice.
Down to the 19-yard line now.
Dennis now.
And he slips down as he tries to cut back. I would like to see him kick to the other side of the field away from number 30, but at this point in time, in this situation, you just try to kick it the best you can, not worry about who gets it. But
Dustin now bringing it back. They placed it on the 31-yard line. But it is very important, back to the point about the fans. The kids need you when they're winning, but they certainly need you a lot more when things aren't going well. And I think it's important that the people are here, and they are. And we should never question that.
Next week, guess what, Dale? We finally get another home game.
We're at home.
3 out of the first 4 away from home. Home to the Fort Fry Cadets next week. Cartel pitches the now. And I'm going to tell you, as long as Dustin Now stays in the backfield, your first defense is going to stay on the field.
Eric Kramer, Josh Jones, and somebody else there I missed that we got up.
And we're still in the third period, which I just wanted to mention. Fort Fry coming in next week. They're going to be 3-1. They're playing Waterford tonight, and I'd be greatly surprised if they do not win that game rather handily. 3-1 record, and they always have a nice record when we play them. So finally, a chance to play somebody and hopefully beat somebody with some wins. Now, once again,
falls forward for 2 or 3. They attribute Heath Wells for the tackle.
And I believe that's Now walking very, very slowly back to the huddle, and he's had quite a workout tonight, both offensively and defensively.
You've got some tired ball carriers out there. They've been very busy this evening.
But as we said earlier, very impressed with the quarterback Cartel, the running back, and Now. And this is a team of the future, these Caldwell Redskins. Now gets a quick pitch. He's trying to cut back. He'll be dropped near the middle of the field by Cecil.
But a first down.
That'll stop the clock with 38 seconds remaining in the period. We're still in period number 3, 40-6. Seminoles.
Redskins will break the huddle, and it's just under 35 seconds. This possibly could be the last play of this third quarter.
If it's a running play inbounds, I'm sure it will be. They'll send a motion man, and they'll give to one of the front backs. That's number 36, Nathan Hill, a freshman, 5'5", 155 pounds. That may be his first carry of the evening. As Major Coach Perkins trying to get a look at some of his, I wasn't going to say younger players, but
they're all young.
He's getting a look at his younger players on every snap of the game.
That's going to end it, Coach. They don't make it to the line of scrimmage. Third
Well,
quarter up.
And Coach DaCosta has to be happy with coming out and getting a couple scores on in the third period and having the lead 40-6 at the end of 3 periods.
As time passes, your needs change. Woodsfield Savings and Loan has changed to meet those needs. At the Woodsfield Savings Bank, we know your schedule requires a drive-through and night deposit box. You want convenient parking, direct deposit, and automatic payments. At our new location on State Route 78, we want to meet your needs for a home mortgage, car loan, checking, and savings account. Our name and location have changed, but we're still here to serve our community and to help you to grow. The Woodsfield Savings Bank.
At Respect's Food Market, we're proud of all we do. From our humble beginning in Woodsfield in 1929, we've grown to several stores throughout the Ohio Valley. We strive to combine the same small-town friendliness with the buying power of the chain store to give you, our friends and customers, the best of both worlds. And we take pride in our community, its people, and their accomplishments. We're proud to support all county schools and wish the Monroe Central Seminoles the best of luck. We're proud of all we do at Respect's Food Market. And Seminoles, we're proud of you.
Period number 4 ready to get underway. Caldwell on the Seminole 47-yard line. They'll give to one of the upbacks. That's number 36 again, Nathan Hill. He'll have a first down at the 41-yard line. So this Caldwell team, despite the score and everything else in their youth, not about to go away. As they continue to try to build for next week and the weeks thereafter.
As you said again, the second carry for the young freshman.
A couple good carries. This will be now, as we've seen many times, trying to get outside. Justin Friday comes up and makes the tackle. Pickup of some 4 yards to the 37-yard line. Well, they'll move him down closer to the 36. Second and 5. But good job coming up from the secondary by Friday and making the play. They'll send a receiver wide to the left. That's number 85, Michael. They'll give him some room. Second and 5. Cartel will pitch. It's gummed up
trouble.
there.
He's going down.
Shoemaker kind of gummed that play up and then got some help from several of his friends.
Josh Jones, maybe Heath Wells.
Third and long, a loss of a couple yards on the play, something we have not seen much tonight with Mr. Now losing yardage. But they tried the quick toss, but Shoemaker able to step across and keep the play from going outside. And even though he didn't make the tackle alone, he sure turned it back in and was able to get some help from his linebackers. Third down, 7. Cartel wants to throw.
And again, knocked down.
And I believe that was Shoemaker once again. Knocking a pass down. Seems like we're good for at least one of those a week. 4th down and 7. And we'll see the ball on the 38-yard line. I'm sure Caldwell will line it up and run another play. We see number 25, Bo Weddle, going in and replacing Friday. Seminoles anticipating a punt. But I'd say Nippert and Kramer better get back up there because there's no punt coming here. As Cartel's going right back in under center. As they're going for it, as the defense gets squared away, they get a call from the sideline. Cartel wants to throw. He's got some pressure.
He's down.
Shoemaker, the ball's loose. No, it is whistled down. Shoemaker all over Levi Cartel. He didn't stand a chance. He had some help there also. But Caldwell turns it over on downs, and we see a lot of white shirts going in for the Seminoles. And a big hand by this large following of Seminole fans for the defense and the first group all together. And now the work starts, Dale, as we try to pick out some of these numbers. And believe me, folks, we're not going to be able to pick them all out. For starters, we don't have 10 out there.
Looks like they're short somebody. They're yelling at the sideline.
We're missing somebody. Brad Dimrick says, I'll play some more. So he gets in there. They needed a guard. And this is where the work of Coach Sherman and and the assistants on the sideline to try to get everybody in the game. Number 11 is Gary Griffith. He gives to number 42. That's Adam Farnsworth. And Adam bounced off of tacklers and blockers and lost 3 yards. And we got a whistle. And we've got an equipment problem on the far side there by one of the Caldwell tacklers.
Number 30, Brad Ludwig going in.
Number 22, Josh Woodby coming out. And that's where some of even your first line JV players really don't get a lot of time here. I know in the JV game Monday night, I think every running back that the Seminole JVs had got at least 1 carry. Most of them got at least 2 carries as Coach Sherman kind of spread everything around there and got everybody into the action. Ludwig, that's Brad.
Griffith
pitches to Bo Weddle.
Bo Weddle.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe get a yard just past the 45. Among some of the people in the game, number 73 is Josh Dalrymple.
82 is David Forrest.
62 in the game is Brian Longwell. 71 is Barry Klein.
Would be number 22 stepping back in.
86 is Preston Kilburn. And I'm sure we're missing some people, especially upon that line.
Ball loose.
Has some trouble, but Woodby gets on the loose ball and saves the turnover. But that will be a punting situation, and the first punting group will come back on the field. This is not when you really want to take a chance, on a specialty group. And Caldwell, who had many JV players on the field, also brings their first group back in for the punt return.
Number 86 coming off was Preston Kilburn, getting some time. So a lot of white jerseys, and I'm sure they were excited, even though things didn't go exactly real well.
Kramer to punt. He gets a good snap from Roberts, and a nice punt. A real nice punt. Over top of everybody. It's going to roll inside the 5 and get into the end zone. 55-yard punt by Eric Kramer. I thought he might be getting a little bit tired. Not playing that last offensive series. He got his second win. And now we see lots of white shirts going in as the first JV defense will go in. Caldwell also putting their JV group in. So a little bit of a preview of the Monday night activity here. We still have 8:09 remaining, 40-6, Monroe Central. Well, this one's been a lot of fun, Dale.
Yes, it has. It's one that we've been waiting for.
Well, the kids deserve this, a chance to get everybody on the field on a Friday night. But after 3 straight weeks of hard-fought nail-biters, it's good to have a game like this.
Certainly is.
And a handoff. We'll see here. Matt Cole, number 7.
Getting up along with number 42, Farnsworth.
25, Bo Weddle, also on the play.
Josh Dalrymple, number 73 in. Brad Dimmerling, 61.
We tried
66 is Billy Dalrymple.
About the only guy
we're getting all these right.
About the only guy we've seen a lot of out there is Heath Wells, still playing with this group, as he's played quite a bit this evening. Number 36, who we saw earlier, is the ball carrier Nathan Hill. Number 12, Matthew Davis, a freshman, is the quarterback.
Bo Weddle on the stop, up the middle, and
we see Griffith coming off, Kilburn coming off. Number 34 coming off is Adam Jones. Trying to get a lot of people in the game. Coach Sherman has some more guys lined up over the sideline, trying to get a group together there to go in. Everybody gets a chance to play on Friday night, and that's great.
Handoff, and we'll be stopped there. Very short gain.
Again, Billy Dalrymple up from the play along with Bo Weddle. Again, I was not able to see it real well.
Josh Dalrymple, number 73.
I know as I'm watching this right now on TV, I'm probably able to tell who everybody is and saying, well, why couldn't those guys see that? 4th down and 4.
I hear that a lot.
And now we'll see if we can get a punt return group here. Woodby is going back. And I'll tell you, Monday night, Josh Woodby had a couple of great returns in the JV game. He'll be joined by Matt Cole,
Griffith, and Preston Kilburn.
Now gets it away. It's a line drive kick. Woodby will take it on the bounce. He wants a chance to run. Gets a block from Cole. Gets some running room across midfield. 47-yard line.
Pretty nice move by the young Woodby.
So that's a nice job there after the ball hitting the ground.
5'7", 130 pounds. Josh Woodby.
Woodby kind of in a bad situation with some good people in front of him in the secondary in the backfield. And he's making the best of this opportunity on Friday night and making the best of some JV opportunities. And it's nice to know you have another person available in case you need him. Derek Griffith once again a quarterback. He'll give to 42 Farnsworth. He has some running room.
Got a pretty nice pickup there. Looks like possibly 6 or more.
Going into the game, 34 Adam Jones, 63 Michael Dixon. Derek Griffith, just a sophomore.
5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this contest. 40-6. Handoff, I believe that's Farnsworth again. Nothing going there.
He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. He'll get a very kind spot on forward progress at the 42. Bring you up 3rd and 5. Number 81 is Kent Hamilton. Number 40 is Daniel Harris. And there's another young man going in. Now number 45, Dustin Rose. 3rd and 5. Harris gets the ball and will be dropped by number 52 for Caldwell. That's Jonathan Rayner. 4th down. Again, a lot of people changing. I think this will be a JV punt with 4:20 left. On Monday night, that was Heath Wells. Number 7, Matt Cole will snap it. And with too many people out there, as Dalrymple gets off the field in a hurry. Snap's good. Kicks away, and it's a dandy.
It's a nice kick.
And the Caldwell deep man will take it on his own 5-yard line. He'll run by some people. Have to fall on the sideline. Be dropped over there by Adam Jones. They give Josh Dalrymple a call also over the PA. 3:45 remaining. 40-6. I see you're checking that tape, Dale. We want to make it?
It's going to be close. It's been a long evening. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And, you know, with that many points on the board, it takes a lot of time.
Seminoles with only 10 players on the field defensively. We're missing a lineman. Now Brian Longwell hurries into the game. Looks like Caldwell waiting for him to get there.
That was nice of him.
And the ball's loose.
But I believe they fell on it.
Caldwell gets it back, I believe. No, Monroe Central on the ball. It looks like maybe number 61, Brad Dimmerling.
Monroe Central recovered.
So Brad, who plays a lot with the first group as the starting offensive guard, playing a little bit of defense with this JV group, and comes up with a turnover. I think that puts him even with brother Chris at 1 apiece on fumble recoveries. We sure hope Chris is able to get back next week after only playing a few snaps tonight.
Yes.
Coming up lame again. The Seminole ball now at the 30-yard line. Griffith pitches the ball to Woodby. He'll get about 3 yards.
Brian Schaefer on the stop.
The ball to the 26-yard line. 3 minutes remaining. Number 20, I don't think we have called tonight into the offensive backfield. That's Jonathan Wilson, another freshman.
Quick handoff. I believe that's Weddle, Bo Weddle. Has a whole host of red jerseys there
They'll
on
be
the
near
stop.
first down. We'll see where they spot it. Right at the 20-yard
Right
line.
at the 20.
Just short, third down and less than a yard. The clock continues to wind now at 2:20. Chance for the young Seminoles to pick up a first down. That's something you don't get a chance to do a lot on Friday night. Quick toss for Jones.
And the ball's down.
Adam just has to fall on the ball. He'll lose 5 yards back to the 25. Bringing up fourth down, so the chances of that first down are nearly not as good as they were a few moments ago. Would be back into the lineup. 1:50 time remaining. Fourth down and 5.
As we're within a minute and 42 seconds.
Backs in the eyes, slot to the right. Griffith pitches. That's Brad Ludwig running hard, getting a couple, but short of his first down. As everybody gets into the varsity stats. Caldwell takes over, 125 left at their own 23-yard line. Now Brad Ludwig on his, I believe, first carry of the evening. Younger brother of Jason and Daniel.
And we may get the end of this game and we may not. Our tape is coming to the end. We're still...
Well, and not helping the Caldwell calls.
Okay, we're back. After checking the tape, we hope we make it through. 1:25 after a Caldwell timeout.
Well, probably the Redskins will keep it on the ground as they drop the throw. 44 over the middle, complete.
That's low.
Struggling for some extra yardage. 9 yards on the pickup.
Jonathan Wilson, number 20, was one on the stop, along with several other clean white jerseys.
I thought Caldwell might keep it on the ground and just run it out, but a short pass there. So the Redskins haven't quit playing. But we are inside 50 seconds remaining. They'll throw
Back
again.
to throw.
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Number 13 is Grant Gados, a freshman. The intended receiver. Number 12, quarterback, is Matthew Davis. 40 seconds left. Again, changes on and off the field for the Seminoles. Getting some other people some action. Making sure everybody gets a couple snaps, either offensively or defensively. A lot of people making their way out of here. Running play. A big gain. First down. Looked like 86 on the tackle.
Preston Kilburn would be 86. Hill, the ball carrier.
Again, I'm not sure of the number on that play, but 33 seconds left. Clock now running after the chains move.
I think it's safe to say that the Noles should win this one at 40-6.
Well, also, this is the first night of PVC play that we did not mention, so Seminoles 1-0, first place in the PVC.
Next week, as you say, we are back home, and coming to town will be
Fort Fry next week. Brian Longwell on that tackle. That will be the last play of the game. An all-around good, solid effort by Monroe Central Seminoles on this night, and even their record at 2-2. Final score, Monroe Central 40, Caldwell 6.
Well, Coach, we'll take it out here quick this evening. You know, we're running out of tape time. Another great job. I want to thank my wife, the camera lady, Joe Pomeretti, and of course, Coach Stevens, always the voice of the Noles, and our spotter this evening, Brian Easterling. Been a good evening.
Well, I ask everybody to come out Monday night, support the JVs. See you there next week. Fort Fry Cadets in town. And, hopefully this is the start of some good things over the last few weeks of the season.
Exactly. We'll see you at Knowles Country next week.